And we are live and on the air. Welcome to Omnibroslive. I'm Omnidog from Omnidog's Vault on YouTube. And with me today, as usual, on this... hell.
What happened?
What happened?
I forgot to mute my channel thingy. Okay, there we go. That's the only glitch, because I did get a new router, but I forgot to mute my YouTube. Okay, I did get a new router. And so this thing's faster than lightning, so everything should be cool. And before I was interrupted by myself, from Gabe Infinity Watch, we have Gabe with us today. Gabe, how's it going, buddy?
I'm doing good, Jess. It's good to be back. I'm playing second fiddle, apparently, to your internet. But yeah, interrupt my introduction to talk about your new internet. But that's awesome.
Yes, my new fiber optic internet with blazing speed. And we also have with us from Comics Guide 101 is Lou. Lou, how's it going, buddy?
Hey, everybody. How's it going?
Good.
It's
going good with me.
It's going. Feeling a little better after what happened Thursday.
Oh, yeah, that was rough. That was really,
rough.
really rough. You soldiered on, though, like a champ.
What happened Thursday?
Well, like 10 minutes before the show started, I found out that my family dog had died. So that was a rough Thursday.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we had him for 10 years. For 10, 12 years. And, you know, I had seen him. The last time I saw him was probably that Monday, and he lost a lot of weight. He was anemic. He was urinating and defecating in the house, and he just wasn't eating as much. And I looked at my mom, because he was staying at my mom and my stepfather's place. And I was like, look, this is it. Like, it's time. And they were like, yeah, it's time. So they took him Thursday, and, you know, it was that time. It's part of it. No, yeah, it is. It is. But it was really rough. But, you know, if you're a pet owner and if you're a responsible pet owner, you're going to come to that time at some point in your life. You know?
It is brutal.
It's rough. It really is.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, like you said, if you're a pet owner and if you're a responsible pet owner, you at least can get the consolidation that you gave that dog a better life than it probably would have had somewhere else.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. You know, and we're all going to go through it. Doesn't matter if you own a pet and if you take care of it and you're responsible, you got to make that call sometime. It sucks.
Yeah. But I love having I love my dog, and I know one day it's going to happen, and it sucks. And, you know, it's one of those things when you bring home a new puppy, you're like, look what's going to die on us in 15 years.
Yeah. George Carlin.
You always outlive your dog, you know.
George Carlin said, when you're buying a pet, you're purchasing a small tragedy.
He's not wrong.
Exactly right.
He's not wrong, man. I went to work Friday, and thank God it was a teacher work day. I was there for probably 4 hours, and I just left. I was like, yeah, I'm not staying. I didn't even say anything. I just left.
You just ninja'd out of there?
Yeah, I just straight up left. It was a teacher work day, so there weren't any students. And I don't do grades because I work my job is different than a regular teacher.
Yeah.
So I just bounced. I was like, all right, whatever. If he says anything, I'll tell him when I come back from spring break.
Yeah, it's way less about grade. You do more of just like, you know, where they're at in certain motor mechanic skills and like that too.
My job is 90% paperwork.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it is a brutal, brutal loss.
Yeah, it was really tough. It was really tough. Anyway, happier news. Let's just kind of keep moving on. Jess.
Yes.
You know what doesn't lose things?
That is probably InStockTrades.com, where you can get your collected editions up to 50% off. Loyalty discounts add 2% to that. I believe right now there's a St. Patty's Day sale going on that adds 3% to your discount. I, for one, took advantage of that and got the Gunslinger edition of 6th Gun Volume 3 for an extra 3% because I didn't want that thing going out of print on me. Over $50 in the United States gets you free shipping, fabulous customer service, fabulous packaging. That's InStockTrades.com.
And they're always busting out these sales, man. It's awesome.
Yeah, they really are.
They know what's up. They know people love that extra 3%.
Yeah.
This week is gonna be a murder week for some people, though. It's gonna be
How bad is it this week?
Oh, there's lots of big, hard, chunky hardcovers coming out this week.
Ooh, a good week for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially if you're a Conan fan.
Yeah.
You're looking for Conan stuff. You're in trouble this week. You're gonna have to be on it.
It's that bad, huh?
Oh yeah, you gotta learn. You gotta hit that. You gotta just put an automatic refresh on that F5 button.
So you're hinting at something that you know.
Oh, I'm not gonna hint. It's already sold out. It's already
Yeah.
shipped sold out. The DM cover for Savage Sword of Conan. At least 2
Do people
times.
know?
What's
Do
up?
people know?
They know now.
Oh, well, there you go. So Wednesday.
You hear it here first, everybody. You watch Omnibros for live information.
So Tuesday, if you're looking at picking up the Savage Sword of Conan omnibus, you might want to pick that up quick because it's already gone.
Noted.
You know, what's with the Conan resurgence all of a sudden?
I don't know. People love Conan.
Yeah, I didn't even know. Like, I like the Jason Aaron stuff, the 2 issues that I've read, 2-3 issues that I've read, but Jesus, it's been a fervor lately for that character.
Yeah, really has been. It's out of nowhere, it feels like.
Avatar asks, is the Savage Conan in black and white?
It's the magazine stuff, so I believe it is.
So are we talking like the Kung Fu omnibus that came out like?
I think it's like that.
The Deadly Hands of Kung Fu stuff.
That's
Yeah.
the one.
Yeah.
I think it's like that with the letters, pages, and stuff like that.
But the magazine stuff is really cool too because that was Marvel's way of getting around the comics code because the comics
Right.
code didn't apply to magazine, so they just put it in a magazine size format, and it was super violent and a little extra sexy and stuff like that. So
Yeah, well, the first Savage Tales of Conan has him standing on the cover with a severed head in his hand.
yeah, I just
And
sold
that
that copy recently at the store.
Nice.
We got a buttload of Savage Conan stuff. Just Conan in general. Well, we got Roy Thomas coming in the store in a few weeks, so we're stocked up on stuff. Oh shit.
Yeah, and it was the first appearance of Man-Thing too. That first Savage Sword.
Giant size man thing.
Right.
So we got some news to talk about. This was a big week, man. This was a real big week. Let's talk about actually what got Gabe the most excited this week.
Oh.
Well, in one way or another.
Someone looking at my browser history.
Gabe, who's going to be writing the new Silver Surfer, man?
Ah, Donny Cates. Yeah, the new Silver Surfer Black miniseries got announced by. Not only did I get excited over Donny Cates writing it, but it's Tradd Moore doing the arts.
What a combination, dude!
God,
Holy
that's
shit!
great. Yeah. I mean, we had Donny Cates in the store a month or so ago, and he told us about the Silver Surfer. It ties into the Guardians of the Galaxy series he's writing right now, because at one point Silver Surfer gets sucked into like some kind of black hole, so it's gonna be that's probably where the Silver Surfer Black comes from. But it's gonna be following his adventures of what happened there when he gets sucked into the black hole. So can't wait to see that. Dude, those covers are great. I already have the variant cover, the Nick Bradshaw cover, as my my phone wallpaper because that Galactus is bitching on it. So good.
It's beautiful, man. And Tradd Moore is a phenomenal artist. This has Eisner potential all over it with Donny Cates and Tradd Moore. This is a day one pickup for me.
Oh yeah, I mean, what was that book that Tradd Moore did? Luther Strode. Those two.
Yeah.
Strode. Oh man, that stuff was great. Good stuff. Amazing art. He did the new Ghost Rider series. He launched that. That stuff is really great. Everything he does is great. Like he's got a unique art style to him.
Mm-hmm. So definitely looking forward to that. Okay, arguably though, the biggest news this week, and I heard thousands of nerds crying in ecstasy when they announced this. James Gunn is back. James Gunn was rehired for Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Disney reinstates director James Gunn for Guardians of the Galaxy 3. All right, so for all three of you that don't know exactly what happened with the James Gunn situation, just kind of a quick recap. James Gunn was the director of the first two Guardians of the Galaxy films. He made the first one and turned what would be considered, what would you say, D-list heroes into superstars, into household names, which, you know, if you asked anybody what Rocket Raccoon was before the film, they'd probably look at you and go, what the fuck is a Rocket Raccoon?
Or if you were to say, hey, do you want to watch a movie about a talking squirrel or a talking raccoon and a talking tree?
Yeah. Why? Why the hell would I see that? That's probably what you would get. So James Gunn is not a fan of Donald Trump or right-wing politics, putting it lightly. We usually don't talk about politics in this show, but it can't be helped in this case. He has notably said some comments on Twitter, which got the anger of certain alt-right media journalists, and they ended up digging up certain old tweets from James Gunn that he already had apologized for. The tweets that he posted were pretty lewd, and they were mostly pedophilia tweets, and they were jokes. Disney found out, and even though after he already apologized for it, and they ended up firing him. More specifically, there was Adam Horn, I think is the guy, who was ended up firing him, and there were rumors circulating around that even Kevin Feige didn't even know about the firing until it actually happened, and that caused a lot of tension between him and Disney, and da-da-da-da-da. James Gunn walks out of the parking lot, and DC is rolling up. Warner Brothers rolls up in their van and go, "Hey, how are you? I heard your old man just left you. Why don't you get with this new shit right here?" So Warner Brothers were fucking quick with this. He had a job within what, like a month?
Probably sooner than that. It was announced a month later that he wrote this, that he was writing the script for Suicide Squad 2.
Yeah. So that
doesn't happen overnight. So you know that was
no. That was smooth as fuck by Warner Brothers, because that was you can almost guarantee within a day of that firing happening, somebody on the phone was with James Gunn from Warner Brothers.
Oh, you know, he woke up the next morning after he got fired, and his swimming pool was just full of cash.
Oh, absolutely. So Warner Brothers ends up hiring James Gunn to direct and write Suicide Squad. Wake up a few days ago, and it turns out Disney blinked, and Disney ended up rehiring James Gunn. Here's the thing. A lot of people are saying, well, is he going to do both? Yes. As of right now, he is slated to direct and write Suicide Squad and direct and write Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Wow.
The script for Guardians 3 is already done. That was done months ago. So a huge chunk of that work is pretty much finished for him. They're probably going to take another pass at the script. They're going to look at it, see if it fits into the Marvel Universe, da-da-da-da-da. But he is contracted for Suicide Squad, so he's gonna do that first, and then we're gonna get Guardians of the Galaxy. The only person that really wins in this situation is us and James Gunn, because that dude is gonna get paid.
He's getting paid from both sides of the street, you know? Wow, good for him.
100%. In fact, I would be petty as fuck if Marvel came back to me asking me to come back. Oh, I'd be so petty. I would write a number down and tell them to double it. That's what I want.
He probably did, dude. Who knows? I mean, there had to. This is all assumptions, and we have no basis on this. But I would have to presume that he had to have negotiated something where he was like, "Well, you know what? I still got to do Suicide Squad." So it's basically like it's like a girlfriend dumped you. She sees you go with another girl and says, "Okay, well, when you're done with her, you can come back here with me again." You know, and you're getting it from both sides, and nobody's gonna be mad about it. You know, Warner Brothers isn't gonna be mad about it. Disney is gonna be mad about it. I mean, he's a player. He stared down Disney, and they blinked, because for the longest time there was so much internet outrage over this because of how great, because of the hard work and the great work he did with Guardians and making Guardians, like you said, like a household name and everybody's new favorite character. I mean, hell, that movie launched an entire new ride at Disneyland.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
How many people get to say that? But that they were able to just, let him do what he wanted to do, and he was able to come back to it. They even came out and said so many times after this internet fervor that nope, sorry, he's gone. What he did was reprehensible, and we can't have that associated with our brand and the brand of the Marvel universe and whatever. They laid down the line many times that they were not going to accept him back, and they blinked and accepted him back.
This is typical Hollywood, though. This is typical Hollywood, where they say he's unhireable, and you wait a little while, it blows over, and they're hireable. It's going to be the same thing with this college scandal happening, where it's pay for your kids to get into college. These women and men, their lives are ruined, blah, blah, blah. In 5 years, Felicity Huffman's going to have her own TV show again, and they'll be hireable. If Mel Gibson can find
I was just going to say that. Yeah.
Can find a career, anybody can find a career. Yeah.
Yeah. Wait till we see Kevin Spacey in a Marvel Comics movie.
Well, now I don't know about that one.
I think that's the one that it's like, nah.
Oh dear, Tyler Blunt's upset that I didn't say anything about Aunt Becky. I said Felicity Huffman. Tyler Blunt, don't get mad at me. I didn't say. Well, I did say something about Aunt Becky. Sorry.
This is really one of the first times I kind of heard about that scandal about these famous people paying colleges to let their kids into the school. That's basically what's happening, right? Is that the story?
No, they paid let's see if I can get, I got this mostly through my wife, who's been riveted by the story. They paid like college coaches to say get their kids in on crew scholarships and tennis scholarships when their kids didn't even play tennis or participate in crew. They bribed SAT officials to jack up the SAT scores for some of their kids that had poor SAT scores. They retook them and then upped the SAT scores, things like that.
Whatever.
Yeah.
That's stupid. Who cares? One, that's been happening forever. I mean, how many times has somebody we've seen it in movies and things like that where some kid fucks up and the parents have to buy like a new wing for the college or something like that. But why be mad at these? Why be mad at the parents? I mean, sure, they're celebrities, and the celebrity spotlight's always going to fall on their side of the story. But obviously, the schools that have zero guilt taking that money.
Oh, hell no!
Officials or these SAT coaches or whatever. So it's really them. Any parent would do what they did, given the chance and the opportunity.
Oh, dude, Jason Momoa comes up to me and asks me, "You'll take my son's SATs test, and I'll give you $30,000." I'm there that morning with bells on.
Dude, it could be just a normal parent give me like $6,000, and I would have done it.
Yeah, Tyler Blunt has a good point. The best part is it was all run through a nonprofit, so they also got deductions for it.
Oh,
they got a tax break for it.
The schools did, or
the parents did.
Whatever. Taxes. My taxes. I just recently got my taxes done, and it was like the moment she clicked the file button on her computer, like 20 seconds later, my phone got a notification that it was approved by the IRS. So they were just burning through stuff.
Here's real quick. Here's my concern with this whole James Gunn situation. And yeah, James Gunn ended up winning out in the end, but this is a direct result of the internet outrage machine, where people, they want justice swiftly. They want to jump to conclusions really quick, and they want it done right away without any proof or without really any accusations or without really substantial evidence. Yes, he made quite a few really stupid and poorly tasted pedophile jokes, but Disney blinked, especially mainly Adam Horn. And what does that mean for, the next time that we want to dig up somebody's past? Let's say I have plenty of things in my past or in my Facebook timeline or even my Twitter timeline that people could dig. Hell, today alone, most people know I don't have much of a filter when they have me on Facebook. Probably just facepalms his head 30 times a day reading the stupid shit I post on my Facebook.
I laugh at a lot of the stuff you post.
But it is concerning to me because this is something that happened. This was like 10 years ago, and they dug up this stuff from 10 years ago. The same thing happened with Kevin Hart for the Oscars. 10 years ago, they dug up some old tweets and stuff. People change. I'm not the same person I was 10 years ago. I'm sure Jess isn't the same person he was 10 years ago. Same thing with Gabe. People change.
Yeah.
Oh, I could never run for office because of pictures from when I went to college. There's photographic evidence of what a moron I was in college. I am definitely not that person, but I could never run for office.
My Facebook stuff from 10 years ago is pretty reprehensible. I have some terrible stuff. And then the good thing, you get that Facebook memories thing. I go through it like, oh, fuck, man, this has got to get deleted if somebody screenshots this next time I try to run for president or something. But that's what it was with James Gunn. It was like screenshots of like already deleted tweets that he deleted apparently years and years and years ago before he got tied in with Disney.
And he apologized for it already. He had already apologized for it. So my thing is, where is the line? Where is the line where we want people to change and we want them to be better, but if we keep digging up their old shit and we don't give them a chance to change, where's that line? Like, how do we define where do we give people a second chance to change and see that they have changed? That's more my thing.
Joe Chip, it wasn't. I didn't say anything when Emily's mom was in the chat, and I didn't even show anything when Emily's mom was in the chat. Emily's mom was in the chat. And I didn't show anything. It was just the fact that I almost showed some things. So don't be bringing that up in my face, you. Why you?
And I'm just gonna end on this real quick so we can move on.
Okay.
A perfect recent example of this is look at what happened with Johnny Depp. For what was it, 2 years, the man's career was thrown in the gutter. It was, oh, he beat up Amber Heard, da 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 da. And court documents just came out where Amber Heard confessed that she was the abuser in the relationship. She was whooping his ass.
I'd like to know more about that, though, before I come to a judgment.
I might let her beat me up every so often.
Where there's like pictures of his thumb that's been, his middle finger that's been severed and stuff. And I'm like, okay, that's a different perspective. But people were quick to jump on. No, we need to, I hate this stupid term. We need to cancel Johnny Depp now. And now we're getting another side of it. And it's just, we have to be careful as a culture and the internet outrage machine has to be careful with what we jump to conclusions to and how fast we jump to conclusions to.
Yeah, we're very much caught up with a knee-jerk reaction culture.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, 100%.
Well, I mean, even more recently, look at the stuff that happened with Captain Marvel and things that Brie Larson said that were taken out of context.
Yeah, I hated the film.
And that film's like $400 million deep already.
Oof. It is. Actually, I should probably look that up so we can get an update on that. But yeah, I mean, and that to me is fascinating because that shows that the little circle of like people online that are banning the film and stuff like that, most people outside of it don't give a fuck about it. They just want to go see a good movie. They don't care.
That the people who said they weren't going to go see it saw it and probably saw it 3 times already.
100%. And my mom went to go see it, and she doesn't see any of these films. And I asked her, so did you hear what's going on online? She didn't know. She doesn't care. She just wants to see a good movie. Same with most people. They don't care what little circle jerk is happening on with a bunch of these nerds online saying they're going to ban the film. It doesn't matter to them. And that's why the film grossed over $400 million, despite me not thinking it's a good movie.
Yeah.
You had to fit that in there.
I had to slide that. Come on.
I liked it a lot. My wife is in love with it. I just real quick, I guess I'll give it maybe like a 7. I probably would have gave it a higher score, and I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, especially probably from the fangirls. I think Goose is the worst part of the movie. Could not stand Goose. That was the worst, most shoehorned thing I've ever really seen in a movie. It was completely pointless.
Well, I really liked the movie. I gave it an 8.
I think Goose is more of a Guardians character, though.
No, that's interesting.
But I liked Goose.
Terrible.
That was one of the few things I liked about that movie.
It was so shoehorned, and I was like, "What's with this stupid cat?" I knew it was gonna turn into something, but it was just so annoying, and how much they just focused on it, and you knew like, well, okay, what's going on with this cat? All right, oh, it's that. Oh no, no spoilers. Oh, it has that kind of connection to everything. Oh, it has that kind of connection to Nick Fury? Wow.
Kristan's in the chat. You shut your mouth, Gabe.
You must have sensed you were talking shit about Captain Marvel.
I knew it. I called it.
You're right.
I called it. I know. But that cat
lover.
as cute and fat as that cat was, it was a really cute Garfield cat. The worst thing about that movie.
Oh, that is great.
Worst thing about that movie. That was the worst thing about that movie.
Oh,
everything else I was good with, but that cat was fucking stupid. And then there's Pops. The Pops are super spoilery. Oh god, I hate Pops, but god, those Pops are even worse than normal Pops. I hate.
Oh, the Pops are ugly. They're horrible, but they're selling like crazy.
Oh, god.
All right, let's move on to news because I have a soapbox to get on about DC solicits. What other news do we have?
I've got.
Can we drop your soapbox on Goose?
No, I do not. I love Goose. He's a flerken, man.
Ugh.
Do you just want to get into the solicits, or because
no, do we have any other news?
We've got a few actually.
Okay,
we'll speed by a few of them. Okay, so Ezra Miller and Grant Morrison are writing the new Flash movie script.
Is that really real?
Yeah. Actor Ezra Miller is teaming up with comic book writer Grant Morrison to pen a new screenplay for the Flash solo movie, according to The Hollywood Reporter. Whether the new script meets Warner Brothers' approval could determine if he remains on to star on the long-gestating DC project, reports The Hollywood Trade. I am down for that. That could be good.
I'm down for that if that's true.
God, people are going to hate it. It's Grant Morrison. They're going to be like, I don't understand what happened. I gotta read 50 years worth of Silver Age DC to understand this reference he made in this movie.
No, he's got Ezra Miller there to tame him.
Yeah,
what's Ezra Miller been in? I'm not familiar with him except for Flash. What else is he famous for?
He's done
like One Tree Hill or something.
No, he's in those new Harry Potter movies, right?
Yeah, he's in the two new Harry Potter films. He's got a band. He was in a small indie film a few years ago that was fucking great. We Need to Talk About Kevin, I think is what it was called. Really, really great film. If you guys get a chance to check that out. Other than that, I don't know much about him. I don't even know if he's ever written any films, to be honest. But I don't think Grant Morrison has either. So this is.
But Grant Morrison's written a whole lot more Flash than anybody has.
That's very true.
Not really. That's being exaggerated, but more than Ezra Miller has.
Ezra, hand me that bucket of paint, and then the Speed Force showed up.
God, I can't. Oh, I hope they really let him loose and do what he wants on that movie script.
They're probably gonna rein him in. Here's something that makes Omar pretty happy. Claremont, Hama, Keith LaRocca reunite with Wolverine for Marvel's 80th anniversary. Now that Wolverine is back in the Marvel Universe, Wolverine legends Chris Claremont, Larry Hama, and Sam Keith are teaming up to tell stories in a June one-shot titled Wolverine Exit Wound, which Marvel says is part of a celebration of their company's 80th anniversary. What do you guys think? More Claremont writing Wolverine? I'm up for that.
It's fine.
Set during the last scenes of the Kitty Pryde and Wolverine. I've never read that. This character-driven... Huh?
That's a cool storyline.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
This character-driven short story takes Wolverine, Kitty, and Yukio. Hi, Yukio. Hi, Wade.
Hi, Wade.
New adventures. Claremont tells Newsarama, Wolverine is the best he is at what he does, but what he does best is, and that's all he said. So, I mean, more Chris Claremont writing Wolverine, you can't really go wrong with that.
No, and Sam Keith is a top artist, man. Gabe met him.
Well, I met him. That guy draws like the best Wolverine. And he's like the nicest, sweetest guy you ever meet too. God, that guy was really cool.
Is he really?
Yeah. He's a really he's a very small, meek, quiet individual that you wouldn't think that given the way his art style is and like his big bombastic characters that he draws. But yeah, nicest, sweetest dude. I hope you have him back in the store again.
What do you guys got coming up next? You guys got a few artists lined up, right?
Roy Thomas and Mike Mayhew for April. May for Free Comic Book Day is going to be Art Adams and Chris Claremont.
Ooh.
And
whoa, that's going to be a crazed scene.
Yeah, that's going to be great. I definitely need an Art Adams sketch. That's going to happen.
You're going to need a lot of coffee.
We got some more stuff coming up that I don't want to say because I don't want to, jinx it. Yeah. But there's some big top signings that we have in store. Hey. Yeah.
Huh. Gabe, sidebar real quick. What's the deal with that Spider-Man, that Dan Slott one that your boss posted a picture of? Why is it so expensive?
I have no idea, dude. That's just apparently it's some super crazy variant that's like a $10,000, $20,000 variant, and we have two.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he posted a picture on Torpedo Comics Facebook, and I was like, "What the hell is with that Spider-Man?"
It's some Gabriel Del Auto variant cover from some Spider-Man issue. I sound really ignorant because I don't follow the variant game like that, but it's like a $20,000 issue, and we have two of them because that's how we roll. And they're probably already sold.
Probably somebody already probably made a phone call.
Well, we because we buy a lot at these shows. That's the fun part, is seeing John just go crazy and just buy crazy stuff. But then the turnaround on that stuff is even crazier to see. There's a lot of times I've seen John drop $20,000 on a comic, and then it's sold. He'll have it sold before he buys it, kind of thing.
Oh wow!
Yes.
So we had like a Hulk #1. I think it was CGC graded 1.5 that already sold. So that was kind of cool. And the couple that bought it's like good friends at the store too. So it's good to see them get it as well.
These are local?
No, they're from San Francisco area. And they come down to our signings all the time. They help us out with signings and things like that. And I guess they're at Seattle also. I don't know if they're helping it with the booth or just enjoying the show, but they bought that Hulk #1. So good for them. That's a top-notch book, man. Top-notch book.
Okay. What else we got?
Shazam. Mr. Shazam right now, which I am super excited. I'm going to go see it
Just
Saturday.
Bought my tickets this morning.
Are you going to go see it Saturday?
No, I'm going to go April 5th.
I'm going this Saturday. I went and did the Fandango early purchase.
Okay.
Is that this week?
Shazam officially comes out next week, but for those of you out there that don't know, Fandango's doing a promotion where for one night only, you can go to an early screening of the film this Saturday.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I already jumped on that, and I got 2 tickets to go see it, so I'm excited.
I'm gonna be in Chicago, so I won't be able to see it early. Whatever.
New Line Cinema's Shazam is expected to take in $40 million to $45 million domestically on its April 5th opening weekend, according to Deadline. The film will be opening concurrently with Paramount's Pet Sematary remake and the Best of Enemies. Who cares about that?
Dude, those movies are going to die compared to Shazam. I forgot that they were doing a Pet Sematary remake.
Yeah, I'm not watching that.
I think I forgot it on purpose, but yeah.
Shazam is expected to take 40 to 45 million. Again, this is all tracking, and like we saw last week, tracking is mostly bullshit because Captain Marvel was said to be making about 120, and it blew past that to like 150 million opening weekend. A $40 million opening weekend on a movie that I think the budget is like 90 million on a property that is like Shazam. We'll see. I think this is gonna have legs. This is either gonna have legs.
I'm gonna double that. I'm gonna say it's gonna be 80 to 90 million. Watch.
I think it's gonna be bigger than a lot of people expect.
Yeah,
I think so too, because it looks fun.
Yeah, and positive word of mouth are saying it's the best DC film. It's fantastic.
I think it's going to be everybody's new favorite character.
I could see that. I could totally see that. I can't wait. I cannot wait to go see this Saturday. And I guess I'll be giving my spoiler-free review next week. I am so excited for this film, and I hope it does well. I hope it does well so we get more.
I'm going to look up theaters in Chicago and see which ones are doing that because I kind of want to see it early now. I'm not telling my wife.
I am dying to see this. Positive word of mouth, like I said, have said it's got so much heart. It's a funny film. They've nailed the big cheese. and this is DC's best film. So, fingers crossed.
The only good thing about the first Pet Sematary movie was the Ramones song, which was a great song.
The only thing I liked about the first Pet Sematary movie was I used to be friends with the child actor that played the little boy that got hit by the semi truck.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
We went to high school together. We used to play video games at the arcade and stuff.
I never saw the first Pet Sematary, and with the recent passing of my dog, I really don't think I need to see this one, at least not right now. So I'm going to pass on this one this week.
Well, you don't get inspired to do anything crazy by Pet Sematary.
No.
But you did already get inspired to do something because of Shazam, right?
Oh, hell yeah. Well, we've got Shazam, and we have Jordan Peele's Us this week. So I'm definitely going to go see Us. That's my most anticipated film this year, and it's getting amazing reviews.
Oh, I'm going to have to wait on that for a while.
I'm so excited for Us. Last thing that we have on the news, and I'm pretty sure, I don't think I missed anything other than this huge. Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy is coming back to theaters for a few nights in select cities in IMAX.
Ooh, I'd see that.
Yeah. Director Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy is returning to theaters to coincide with the 80th anniversary of Batman's first appearance, according to Variety. All three Christian Bale-led films will be shown in IMAX in New York City, San Francisco, I hate you, Matt, Toronto, Indianapolis, and Hollywood.
And Washington, D.C.
Nah, I'm sorry, buddy.
Oh, frick!
Yeah. Christopher Nolan broke new ground with the Dark Knight trilogy, and this is a rare chance for today's audience to experience those extraordinary films as they were meant to be seen, said Warner Brothers. The limited run will begin March 30th at City Walk Hollywood Universal Cinema AMC, with Nolan also scheduled for a moderate Q&A discussion, which will be recorded and shown at subsequent screenings. God damn it. Why don't I ever get anything good here in Orlando?
Mr. Nolan, why couldn't I understand Bane when he was talking in Dark Knight Returns again and Rises and things?
I would go and see just Dark Knight Rises and then leave. No, wait. What's the second one? Dark Knight Returns? Yeah, I would just watch the second one and leave. That's the only one that I would care to see in theaters.
I loved all three.
They're all great. The third one was already in IMAX. I saw that in IMAX.
I did too. Oh man, that was cool.
And the second one is pretty much a masterpiece. The first one's really good, but I don't think there's anything in there that IMAX would improve.
Mm.
But yeah.
Oh, I wish it was coming here. I would love to see that in IMAX. All three of them.
I have the 4Ks, and they look stunning. The IMAX scenes on them look incredible. So I saw the third one in IMAX like Gabe did. It looked amazing in IMAX.
I saw Captain Marvel in IMAX.
You don't need to see that in IMAX. You could go to the Dollar Theater. That's fine.
So Goose was extra worse in IMAX.
You guys are both haters.
And the little girl that played Monica Rambeau was pretty bad too, now that I think about it.
She wasn't.
I'm jumping into that Louis boat because that little girl was agitating.
Oh,
yes!
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Join me.
Annoying the shit out of me today. Let's get the solicits so I can rant. Feeding me extra anger.
So yeah, that's it for the news. I don't think there's really anything else to talk about this week, unless I missed something.
Okay.
I think that's it. Yeah.
I think that's it. Unless we want to end it on Captain Marvel's total gross so far.
400 million.
You think it's 400 million?
Yeah. Or is it 6?
Quick Google search, and we'll get into this.
It's either 4 or 6.
What are you saying?
It's going to cross that. It's going to cross that billion mark in no time.
What are you saying, Jess? Before we move on.
I haven't read anything about it, so I can't even hazard a guess. I know my wife liked it though, and I had to prep her a little bit on Marvel history and things like that, and she liked it. All she's ever seen is the Spider-Man movies, so she liked it.
Gabe, oh man, you were way under.
Really?
Like not even in the ballpark under. You might have called this. This might break the billion.
Whoa,
Already?
what is it at right now?
It's high.
800.
A little bit less than that.
Well, just give us the number.
I'm doing it for dramatic tension. God damn it. 760 million.
Wow.
Yeah, worldwide box office so far 760 million.
To answer your question, you do not need to read anything before you start Gotham Central Omnibus. You can go right into it and enjoy one of the greatest books written. It is
Oh my God.
awesomely awesome.
I'm jealous of that person to be able to read that for the first time.
Same.
Yeah, it's amazing.
The omnibus is great too. That's one of those things, like, that omnibus is a fucking treat because we didn't deserve to get that omnibus. Like, that's not the kind of book that you would ever expect to be made into an omnibus. Like, today, that would have been canceled.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
I have a question for Lou when he's done talking about Captain Marvel. Would you say it's worth getting into the I think he means into the Spider-Verse in 4K over Blu-ray?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, without a doubt. It looks.
Okay, Lane works 100% yes.
Oh, that movie must look. I'm gonna fly to Luis's house and watch that on his TV.
It looks amazing. Oh,
I
Gabe, I forgot to tell you, I got the 2 Matrix sequels in 4K the other day.
You are gonna get a visit from me really soon.
Yeah, I haven't watched.
You have all 3 now, right? You have all 3 movies. You have all 3
I have all
Matrix
3
movies in 4K now. Damn it!
Yeah, in 4K.
I need a 4K TV.
First one looks great.
I need one too, but there's no way I'm getting one.
Just, sneak it in, Jess.
Oh yeah, sure.
Just
Slip it under my
Shawshank
shirt.
Redemption that shit in just one piece at a time.
Yeah.
Jess solicits.
Well, the good news is, let's see, we're getting a Witchfinder omnibus, which I think is great, from Dark Horse.
Woohoo!
Witchfinder.
That's going to be sold out immediately.
That is a great series. Witchfinder's getting an omnibus. Let's see. There was another one in Baltimore. A bunch of those hardcovers are sold out. They're standard size. So that's great that it's going to be an oversized omnibus. Baltimore, I think some Witchfinders are hard to find too. So that's great that it's getting an omnibus. Let's see. It was announced earlier in the week that Batman New 52 is getting an omnibus.
Finally, Jesus, God damn it! Why didn't that happen already?
Right. That
we were doing the Red Hood and the Outlaws omnibus.
Exactly.
Aquaman got an omnibus. Jesus.
And let's see what else was there.
Everybody needs to buy that Batman New 52 omnibus. That's a seminal run in that era of comic book history, because New 52 was mainly garbage. New 52 is the Batman New 52 is one of the few shining lights to come out of that butthole that was New 52.
I mean, I don't think you guys
Flashpoint is a box set of trades. Flashpoint Deluxe. Swamp Thing omnibus that is a bunch of one-shots. Swamp Thing Winter Special, Swamp Thing Halloween Horror Giant, Cursed Comics Cavalcade, and Young Monsters in Love. That's not really going to be an Omni. That's going to be a deluxe, I would think.
DC, I thought they were supposed to restructure the way they were putting out books. They're just putting out more garbage.
New Swampy Deluxe. This is leading Crisis box set, which I think is a trade paperback. Give me a break. Why the Last Man omnibus?
Why?
Give me right. You've got Why the Last Man in Deluxe. You've got Why the Last Man in Absolute. Now you're giving us an omnibus? What the frick? You've got
I don't get it. I don't get it.
80 years of Batman. You've got 80 years of Superman. You've got Flash. You've got Green Lantern. You've got New 52. There's some decent New 52 stories. You got Jonah Hex. You got All-Star Western. You got Hitman. You got, what else have you got? You got freaking Scalped. You've got the Fakakta 100 Bullets. Starman Omnibus is out of print, #3, so you can't you could put that into omnibus form. Come on, what is going on? Why are you putting out a Y the Last Man omnibus, 1,600 pages? That's going to be practically unreadable when you've got tons of Batman and Superman that need to be Justice League from New 52. That's like absolute nothing omnibus in New 52. Why don't you just put out something in the same format through New 52? I'd even take, I don't know, anything from New 52 that was decent. Batgirl. Yeah, I'm looking at Batgirl right now. Catwoman by Brubaker.
Man of Steel omnibus. Whose nuts do I have to fondle to get a Man of Steel omnibus?
Yeah, Superman by John Byrne, Man of Steel omnibus.
Yeah, get your nuts fondled, DC.
No Man's Land.
Man,
Road to No Man's Land. Grant Morrison's JLA. What? We don't need 90. I know this is going to piss Gabe off. We don't need 90 different versions of Watchmen when we could get. Come on. Why the Last Man omnibus when we've already got it in 2 prestige formats? Just does not make sense to me when there's tons of uncollected stuff that really could make a difference. It's just a scatter shot. It seemed they were making progress starting at the Golden Age and making their way forward with the Silver Age. And then we haven't heard anything about, I would love to see some kind of progress towards Superman and Batman, but we haven't seen any Silver Age solicited or any more Golden Age solicited. What the hell, man?
Yeah, they're missing a lot of their like seminal runs. I've been using that word a lot today. That should be in. I mean, who's nuts does Luis need to fondle so that I can get a Death in the Family omnibus?
Yeah.
You know, it's All-Star Western. I would love to an All-Star Western by Jimmy Palmiotti.
Oh my gosh, that would be so
regular.
Awesome.
Just the Jonah Hex series before New 52 was amazing.
This is the most It seems like they're tone deaf. It doesn't seem like they are listening to the audience that's out there and it's demanding certain books, and they're like, we will buy these things off of you. I will buy a hardcover version of a Man of Steel omnibus by John Byrne, and I am mostly out of the collected edition game. I'm mostly digital, but I would pony up for that. Why are we wasting time on a Why the Last Man on one omnibus for this issue that's going to be almost impossible for somebody to hold up?
It's a downgrade. Omnibus is a downgrade. I don't care what anybody says.
Totally a downgrade. We've got the single issues, the trades, the hardcovers, the absolute editions. Why do we need this omnibus? This is a waste.
I see what they're doing. It just got announced that it got picked up as a series, and they're trying to jump on that fever. But you might as well just put out the trades, like new versions of the trades. That's what's going to sell. That's what people are going to pick up when they see this show and they want to kind of follow up and know what's going on. It's going to be the trades. Very few people, I should say, extremely limited numbers of people who will know nothing about Why the Last Man will watch the show, go to a comic book store, and buy a $150, $125 omnibus. They're going to want the $12, $15 trades.
Oh,
so that's what they're missing out on. And it's a downgrade. The absolutes are the best format that DC puts out. The best format out there in comics right now for the collected edition departments. And now you're going to give us an all-in-one 1,600-page monster Why the Last Man? That's the same thing you did with the Fourth World omnibus, which deserved it. I don't think Why the Last Man deserves a all-in-one omnibus when you have the absolutes that are absolutely perfect already.
Yeah, I agree with Lameworks. Gail Simone's Birds of Prey and Secret Six. Yeah. Original Ostrander Suicide Squad.
He has a lot of vertical stuff that they're just neglecting. Like, why isn't there like a Fables omnibus is coming out, or Absolutes, or they have Wildstorm? Where's my Wildcats omnibus?
You can get easily, 3-4 omnibuses out of Fables?
top 10 could use an omnibus because that absolute is, I think it's out of print and hard to find.
Yeah.
All that America's Best Comic from Alan Moore during that time frame should be getting hardcover treatment. Tom Strong, all that shit. I mean, yeah, we don't need another just reprint of a book that we have 50 million versions of already.
Right.
And give me another Wildcats absolute, please.
Well, Gabe, I walk into the store. I've never read any comics, and I saw Y the Last Man, the TV show. And I'm like, hey, I'm really interested in reading Y the Last Man. Are you going to point me to the omnibus, or are you going to point me to the trades? Because if you show me $150 omnibus, I'm going to walk the fuck out of the store, and I'm not buying it.
No, that happens all the time. People, I point people to the omnibus too sometimes because that's all we have in stock for certain things, or that's all that's available. And no one's gonna invest $150 on something they don't know if they're going to like. So they should just come out with new trades. New trades. It's, oh god. I mean, I see what they're doing, but there's a million more things out there that deserve some kind of treatment that's been neglected. Hopefully this gets canceled. I don't know, but where's my Burnside back row resolicitation?
Yeah.
I'd
like to read that.
Hopefully,
we need more Wonder Woman stuff out there. We need more. There's a lot of just hardcore DC stuff out that we don't have anything of.
A Hellblazer or a Starman omnibus, like Jess wants.
Yeah. Well, dude, they Starman, where they were trying to do the trades, and then they stopped at like the third volume or something, or Unwritten. Bring back Unwritten.
Yeah,
man,
finish that in deluxe before you give me a Y the Last Man omnibus.
Oh, granted, Y the Last Man is one of the best.
I love it. I love Y the Last Man. This is not a knock on the content. This ain't a knock on the content. This is a format knock.
Mm-hmm. No, Y the Last Man is it's a beautiful story.
And now they're just doing like standard size hardcovers for Rebirth. Like, come on, dude! I really wanted an oversized hardcover.
I hate that.
Wanted an oversized hardcover for Bendis to Superman, but it is what it is.
So there's my rant. Thank you.
How was that Bendis Superman run? I haven't picked it up yet.
I haven't picked it up much either. I mean, I read a handful of issues here and there. I was liking those few issues. People in my store seem to love it. So I really wanted to just read it in a hardcover format, all in one kind of thing. But that's not going to happen because I don't want some little dinky standard hardcover. Because they're going to put one out later. And they were doing that before. They were doing the oversized hardcovers first.
Yeah.
Even 100 Bullets omnibus would be cool.
That'd be cool.
That was one of the ones I named.
Okay, so what else? That rant's over.
Yeah.
We have anything else for solicits?
I don't think so.
I think that was about it, right? All right. I mean, if anyone wants to shoot us a few questions for a few more minutes.
And real quick, I'll hit up Damien Starr because Damien Starr hit me up. Torpedo, we do signatures. So you can mail in. People can mail in books to the store if you can't make it to our signings, and we'll get them signed for you. We can even get them sent out to CGC as well. I don't have details on Art Adams and Chris Claremont because that's what Damien Starr is asking me about because we don't know what the prices are going to be for that.
Mm-hmm.
But typically what it is you pay the price of the signature and a $5 per book handling fee. And then if you want it CGC'd, CGC is $54 for the first book, $37 for each book after that, and $7 shipping to up to $5 or up to 5 books. If you want any more details about anybody, you can just email sales@torpedocomics.com, and you can get that all kind of set up to go that way.
That's a cool service. I don't know you guys offer that money. I don't know you guys offer that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, they're set up like a machine there. When you get your book signed, you just go right over to the CGC table.
And then I bend your books and fold them in half and put little tears in them.
I'm just realizing how crazy April is for like nerd content. It's gonna be a
what else is it?
Dude, we have April is Shazam, Endgame, and Game of Thrones.
I don't think too many people are going to be able to do much after Endgame. I think that's going to just kill everybody.
Oh, Endgame is going to be huge at the box office.
That's going to be like a $250 million opening weekend easy. That thing's going to hit $1 billion worldwide on the first weekend.
No. Opening weekend for Infinity War was $700 million worldwide.
Yeah, it's going to hit $1 billion this time. Yeah.
Oh, so what do you think? What do you think U.S. sales are going to be then?
For this?
Yeah.
Oh man, 900 million easily opening weekend.
U.S. You think it's going to be $1 billion opening weekend?
No, worldwide. We're talking worldwide. This is going to be a fucking monster opening weekend worldwide.
Wow.
And I it's going to be like it was for when Dark Knight Rises came out, for when the last Infinity movie came out, where you're going to have movie theaters that are going to be showing 3 a.m. screenings. Oh, yeah. You're gonna have movie theaters opening up at 9 a.m. to accommodate fans. It's gonna be a monster when it comes out.
This is gonna be probably one of the few sequels where everybody who saw the first one is gonna see the second one. Everybody's gonna come back and see that.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
They left you high and dry at the end of it, man.
Oh yeah.
I think it's gonna bomb. It's gonna be like Matrix 2.
No, Matrix 2 was one of the highest at one point was the highest grossing R-rated movie.
No, I know. I'm just messing with you.
I like Matrix 2. The third one I haven't seen in like 14 years, and I didn't care for it back then, but I have to go back and see it again.
You need to stop.
I didn't care for it either.
You need to stop.
Did you like the second Matrix, Jess?
The second one?
Yeah.
No, I didn't care for the second or third, but I worship the first one.
Okay. Where's the hang up button on this thing?
Oh yeah, the Hellboy, which we don't need to talk about Hellboy. I forgot that's coming out in April.
James Gunn should do Hellboy.
God, probably. I mean, the screenshot. There's been new pictures that have released, and the stuff that they've shown. It looks promising. The Baba Yaga looks amazing.
That does.
Gore. I always fuck up the pronunciation of this. Gore Gruchuk.
I'm not even gonna attempt it.
Yeah, the pig fairy. He looks incredible. He looks spot on, like spot on from the book. But there's always that thing where it's Mila Jovovich, and I'm like, oh, that's the kiss of death.
She's gonna get an Oscar for this.
No, she's gonna get a Razzie for this.
Yeah, she was robbed of her Oscars from all of those Resident Evil movies she did.
I like the first Resident Evil.
Yeah, the first one's good, but all the other ones were just blind, terrible.
Yeah,
I don't think I even saw the last one.
I've never seen. I've lost track of it. The last one I saw was where they're in the desert and like a bunch of murderous crows are around them. That's the last one I saw. And that's, I think.
Now I'm going to go back and watch them because I don't remember any of those movies anymore.
I have a soft spot for the second one in my heart. The one with Nemesis, just because I like Nemesis. But even then, I didn't care for it.
Okay, this is something you care for. InStockTrades.com, where you can get up to 50% off your collected editions. Loyalty discounts add 2% to that. This weekend, St. Paddy's Day weekend, they're having a sale. If you type in St. Paddy's Day as your discount code, you get a 3% off your order. Order over $50 in the United States, you get free shipping. Fabulous customer service, fabulous packaging. That's InStockTrades.com.
Oh, yeah. Before we get out of here, Jess, what's on the docket this week? We've got Monday. Tonight's the Fangirl show. So
tonight is Fangirlz at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tomorrow we have hauls, reads, and previews at 8 p.m. Standard Time. And then Thursday at 7:59, we will pick a topic. And then at 8 p.m. is the topic show on Thursday.
Did we ever get that one thing settled?
No, I mean, I reached out to him. He initially said yes. Then he said, "Oh man, I can't do that weekend." Then I reached out and I said, "Okay, well, let me know. You know, what time is good for you?" I threw out a few dates. Hey, we do shows this day, and he never got back to me. So,
Ah, shoot, that's too
yeah,
bad.
I would have loved to have had him on. So that stinks. But you know,
Didn't you say he was doing a convention or something? That's why you couldn't do it at first.
Yeah, he was okay. So I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. So I had reached out to David Walker, who I think is a phenomenal writer, and he's really underrated right now in the scene. And he's got a Kickstarter going on for Solid Comics. It's his publication line that he's starting, and you guys should definitely check it out. And he was really cool about it. He said, "Yeah, man, I would love to do the show." And I gave him a date because we wanted to also do our own homework and catch up on his books and things like that. He said, "Hey, unfortunately, I can't do it." And I was like, "Hey, that's cool." And I gave him a few days that we do the show, and he never got back to me. So, you know, it happens.
Maybe I'll see him at C2E2 or WonderCon.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
maybe.
I've seen him in interviews. Seems like a real chill guy. I mean, at least he even responded back to me because I've asked tons of creators before if they wanted to do the show, and I get nothing. So the fact that he responded back to me, I was like, "Oh, cool." Plus, the guy's got to be super busy right now.
Yeah, con season's really hard to like nail people down for interviews and stuff like that. I mean, even for us to try and get people to do store signings is really hard during the con season because they're all over the country already as it is and stuff.
Yeah. So I don't think if anybody doesn't have anything, I think we get out of here. I don't see anybody asking any questions.
Okay, Gabe, where can they find you on the internet?
Facebook, on the Facebook group, and Gabe Infinity Watch on YouTube and Instagram.
And how about you, Lou?
You can find more of my ramblings on Comics Guide 101 on Facebook and Twitter. Don't add me as a friend on Facebook because I won't add you back.
Yeah, me and Luis are in that same kind of mindset.
Yeah.
You can find me at C2E2 in WonderCon this weekend.
Cool.
Next weekend and the weekend after that.
You can find me, Omnidog, on Omnidog's Vault on YouTube with a new internet connection, and on Instagram, Omnidogs_Vault.
Woohoo! How's that internet? No Comcast?
Verizon. It's awesome.
Verizon. So you gave Comcast the boot?
Cox, yeah. As soon as we get all our emails straightened up, we're going to give. I've got 2 internet connections now. As we get all our emails figured out, we've got to change. We've got to set up new emails and get those accounts figured out. Yeah, like that. So, on behalf of the Omnibroslive, peace and love, peace and love. Thank you to the chat, everybody watching. Please subscribe and like our videos. Peace and love, peace and love.
Bye, everybody.